Sup. The opinions and views expressed in this podcast are that of our own and Future Bachelor only, and not affiliated with any outside party or entity. This fun podcast may include some adult language.
Future Bachelor Podcast.
It doesn't even matter. Welcome to Future Bachelor. My name is Sai.
I'm Veronica.
And this is the show. Why am I so hyped?
I don't know. Could you calm
Just
down?
to watch you go.
Okay, that was like the perfect song because it's like shitty weather out here.
Wow,
and
that
it's
got
just
me
like,
going. I don't
It's
know.
just like, I'm just like, yeah.
It starts with yo.
One thing.
Literally, all right. So when Linkin Park came out, their first song, I forgot what it was called, but it was this crazy song that was like, it was like, dun, 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 dun. It was like the first
Their
time.
music is
what the
dope.
hell is their song? I gotta find that.
I
out
don't
now.
know. But like their music was like, of the, I don't know why
Well,
they keep making Transformers movies, but the first couple, their music, they had a specific
Park.
track on each one. And those songs went so fucking hard.
No, they when they first came out, it was like because they came out like they looked like one of those hardcore rock bands, but then they were rapping in it and like screaming. So I was like, really like it was called Hybrid Theory, their first song or their first album, and then the song that came off of it. God, I need to know. It's driving me crazy. Oh, it's called One Step Closer.
There you go.
Honestly, that should have been the opening song. Now that I think about it,
Well,
we might
too
do
late.
it like for the next 50 or something. But
Yeah.
Linkin Park, obviously, there was a little tragic ending to, the fact that the group, can't be full as one because Chester Bennington had, committed suicide. I think it was last year or the year before.
It was like a year ago because actually I had friends that were supposed to go they had a tour with Panic at the Disco. It's them and Panic, I believe.
So
Or Fall Out Boy.
they were
either
definitely
one.
a part of my, teenage years and stuff like that. So we had to start off with one of the best songs there, and it got me hype, obviously.
Yeah,
so
it's a good one. Linkin Park goes hard.
Yeah.
I definitely have them on some like, kind of like I want to be in my feels, but like be kind of hard about it.
It's weird because that Hybrid Theory and I think it's Hybrid Theory. That's the one that I can literally play their album from front to back, like in the shower while I'm getting ready. Like it's a really good album. So if you haven't heard it, listen
I'll
to.
have to hit that up.
Yeah, listen to that
I'm
whole
definitely
album.
an album girl.
Well, now that we talked about our intro song, like that, how was your last week, been, V? What's going on?
Well, guess what, guys? We saw each other.
Yeah, we made it through Valentine's Day.
We did.
We survived.
We did.
I barely. Yeah.
Yikes.
I mean, literally, it's been an interesting week for me because I've been able to.
Because of the ladies.
Oh shoot! Hold on. Let's get.
Ladies. Hey, ladies. The kids, okay.
Yeah, I know that last one.
Woo.
Yeah, so I was able to mingle as a single man that I am,
Ooh.
and I haven't like it's been coming kind of like naturally lately. It's not like
That's what
something
I'm
I'm like
telling
looking
you.
for. So it's like it's kind of cool, but
It comes when you're not looking for
being
it.
able to date like girls and kind of see what you're into and what you're not into and stuff, it kind of like you really, I don't know, me as like a 31-year-old guy now, I'm starting to realize the things that I'm looking for like in a
Exactly.
girl, you know what I'm saying? And one of them is that like communication, like
Yeah.
being able to, I want to communicate with them and they want to equally communicate with me. So much in the like the dating world, I feel like, you feel like the grass is always greener. We're always wanting stuff we can't have. So it's like if the girl like shows you that she's into you, you might make you a little standoffish and freaked out.
I don't subscribe to that, but
It's everywhere.
it's like a big thing. Like
and personally for me, like if I'm like, if a girl's doing that to me, I'm like, I liked her, but like she seems a little too into me. But then I feel like I'm into like people, and then they're like, well, he's a little too into me. So it's like when you find people in the dating world and stuff that you actually like when you text them, it doesn't have to be right away, but like you're gonna get a response back,
like
to
in like
them,
a real response,
Yeah.
not just like a pity response
or just like a one word response
Yeah.
and stuff. So ladies, gentlemen, like don't be playing these games, just like text, like
just
you know
like
what I'm saying?
either or just like if you're not like shit or get off the pot.
Yeah. Good analogy there. Because honestly, or saying or whatever the fuck it would be. But yeah, no, I just think like, it's cool to put yourself out there, but like also like it's a waste of time too if like the people are not, something that you think you could see. I mean, it's all fun, I guess, like just being around people. Sometimes it comes with added stress that you'd rather just not,
No, I get you.
So it's
I feel you.
Yeah,
deeply
so,
right now in this moment.
okay, cool. We'll talk about it in a little bit because I want to know what I'm touching on right there. But so Valentine's Day was I would say a success.
That's good.
Yeah.
Mine was I took a bath. I ate ice cream.
Nice.
I got myself flowers.
Okay.
I did go on I went because I left halfway through the day and I had lunch with a man. So.
Okay. Valentine's lunch. I've never heard of it.
Yeah.
Well, it's actually like raining and storming.
It's
right
like
now.
legit storming.
Yeah, I'm like a little nervous. This is the first time we might actually lose power while we're recording the
Let's
podcast.
not speak that into existence.
Well, if it is, I'm definitely like special. Like there's some. I mean, I'm definitely special. That's for sure. But
he writes at Sherpas, folks.
Yeah. But yeah. So and then what else did we get into this weekend?
So it was Keitha's birthday. We hung out with her, and she had like a party to mourn how she's getting rid of her Delta benefits because when she like turns 24, like she loses her benefits because like she's finishing school and everything.
Yeah.
So
she was dressed. She had a plane.
Tiny little plane on.
As
we
a
were
fly
all
kid,
in black.
I appreciated that.
And we went to the roof of the Hotel Claremont, which I hadn't been to. And
I hadn't been
so
there either.
Cool.
Yeah, we were all taking pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
It was
we
a
were
beautiful
looking
place.
fly. Go like that picture of us on the timeline.
Hell yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, that was a crazy night. I guess I'm gonna get my shout outs out of the way since we're talking about it. That night was fun. There was cool because at that party
it was like a very diverse party.
Very diverse. And like at first when I got in there, like, we were in the kitchen hanging out and there was like all the other people in the living room.
Yeah, because like, and even Keitha was like, this is kind of a weird conglomeration of people.
Yeah, but somehow I heard like some people talking about being brown or something like that. And I'm like, did someone say brown? And they're like, hey! And so we started forming. There was like 5 of us brown people, like from all aspects. We had 2 Filipinos. We had a Spanish girl. I was half Spanish Indian. Other people and stuff were there. So there was like about 5 of us, and we're calling ourselves Brown Town. It almost felt good because like I didn't feel like a minority.
I know. I was like, damn, am I the minority?
Yeah, I always thought we were taking it too far sometimes. I was like, all right, we're making white people uncomfortable.
Nah, we need to be made more uncomfortable.
Well, we were
like
the only ones dancing.
I didn't even know people were dancing. I think I was eating cheese, honestly. I like, there's a charcuterie out, and I was like, excuse me while I keep eating.
Yeah, so I wanted to shout out Brown Town. That's what we're calling ourselves. Usually that's what brown people will call like a group of brown people. Just trying to be funny. It rhymes with brown, so town.
Thank you for that explanation.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I'm just saying why this being said. I'm just guessing because the words rhyme great together. James, shout out to James, Kelly,
Woo!
Ashton, and Alexa. I wanted to say shout out to you guys. I had a great time with y'all. Yeah, so here's an air horn for the homies and Keitha and Madeline and all them too. They get bundled in there because that was a fun time with them.
We had a good time.
And Shanna and the whole kickball crew that was there. That was cool. So
yeah, Skies Out, Thighs Out reunion.
Yeah. So I guess now. I mean, was there anything else? We didn't get to really get together for Tipsy Talks this week, so we didn't see each other as much as we do. But now we might as well just get into some quick hits.
All right.
Yeah. What do we got for some quick hits, V?
So we've got a follow up on what was a main topic a couple weeks back about Jussie Smollett.
Yes.
So there's been a lot of updates.
New developments. Let's just do a little quick recap. Yeah. And I actually wanted to, this is like, I didn't talk to you about it, but I want to start starting the show with like shouting out to, everybody that's listening on the podcast and everybody out there in YouTube world.
On the tube.
Yo, we see you out there. That's awesome. It's starting off small.
Does my hair look good?
Yeah, it looks good.
Let me know.
It looks good. So
he rolls his eyes.
We're on YouTube now, and so I want to shout out all the people that are checking us out there. If you really want to watch us in this whole episode, and you just want to see us like interact or like how we actually are when you think we're fighting,
my amount of gesticulation that I do, it's a lot
of eye rolling and all that stuff. Check us out on YouTube, and then I also wanted to start off episodes kind of letting people know, like new listeners. If you're a new listener, we start off the show usually with like an oldie. We'll go into our past week, maybe some dating news and some updates in our lives, and then we'll get into like quick hits, and then we have a main topic, and then we have our song of the week, and then our shout outs usually.
Yeah.
So like that's how our show usually goes, and I kind of want to let people know because I start thinking, I'm like,
if you're hopping in, you might not know what train
exactly.
you're getting on.
So it's like, when
toot.
Exactly. exactly. You know, like we're talking about all these different subjects, and I just want people to know that's kind of like the formula here. So I might come up with a really more concise way of saying what I just said.
Yeah, we'll figure
but
it out.
I just figure, like, you know, people, a new listener, you'd be like, this is what you're getting.
Yeah.
So thank you for listening if you're first timer. Thank you for listening if you're a returning listener or watcher.
Yeah, thanks if you're a compadre.
Yeah, compadres. That's what we call our friends of the show. So let's get into our quick hit about Jussie Smollett.
So there's been a lot of...
we were getting into what we had talked about last time. This is when everything happened and unfolded.
Yeah, the potential, what was potentially could be a hate crime, you know, said that two men yelled slurs at him, got attacked.
Put a noose around his neck, dumped bleach on him.
Yeah, whatever.
Said a bunch of racist stuff. And homophobic
they
stuff.
They arrested these two Nigerian American brothers because they were the ones found in the tape, but then released them. And supposedly they might know Jussie from other things. They might be actors from other things that they know him from.
From the actual show Empire.
Yeah, like they've been on different things with him. And so right now they're still like looking into it, but they're thinking
where I'm at right now with all the news I've been reading is they brought those brothers in twice and let them go twice, which is me telling them that they don't have anything on them. I've seen that they've searched their apartment. They found magazines where they're ripped up, like they look like the letters that were sent to that.
No, not the letter.
Yeah, man.
Because I thought the letter was at least like valid, but if the letter's not valid, that's sad.
No, when you think about it now, it's like it's all a setup. Like it's all weird. He was offered security like by Fox, and he was like, "Nah, I'll be fine. I don't want security."
Which my thing is like this is what makes me mad is because like there are like similar hate crimes like this happening across the country, like
for sure,
as we speak, and this is very similar to me for like the time, like the couple of times where it's like super publicized when like a woman is lying about being sexually assaulted, and
I feel like that happens a lot more than this situation.
Well, yeah, I think so too, but I also like part of me is like, okay, was Jussie Smollett trying to bring attention to like
his music,
or I mean he's also like a big advocate for like a lot of stuff like that. Was he trying to bring attention to like a pervasive issue that's happening more and more like every day with like different like LGBTQ related hate crimes?
He's lying. He's a liar. Like if he's lying, he's a liar. There's no bringing attention.
It's shitty that this was the way that he was trying to do it, if that's what he was trying to do, because this is obviously just gonna it's backfiring, and then now people are like not gonna believe. Like I'm gonna continue to like for future situations where there's like hate crimes, whatever, like I'm going to continue to like give more of the benefit of the doubt to be like, this is probably a very serious issue and this really happened. But like mass media majority of people who follow probably aren't. And that
well,
sucks.
I mean, in that situation, like, you know, I just want to go like back to, you know, I think when it comes to me and all these things, I like to let time kind of like let us know more information. I think that's the lesson that we learned from this.
I mean, we don't know for sure yet.
Like this is, I mean, we're living in a world right now where they crucify people and they're guilty before they're proven guilty. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, this is a lesson. We need to process. We need like due process and seeing what's evidence, what was,
we have to, as we both work in media, and like I think the hardest thing for me is like media has been morphed into this thing because of like the demands of people that it has to be like now, and because of that we're getting like these stories that are sensationalized or like aren't fully true because like people want to be the first ones to tell it, and like it then is like painting these pictures.
I don't know. There were just some odd things about that story from the top that like were weird to me. That's why I didn't really, you know, I didn't really go that hard for, you know, I obviously I think we said on the podcast, if it happened to him, like, you know, that's a shitty thing and you know, feel bad. But there's some weird things that I just kind of felt like from the beginning, like why was he out like at Subway at 2? Like it just seemed like weird. I don't know. Like that to me is weird. Like he can't send someone to go get him a sandwich. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I'm an actor. Like I can't see me going to Subway at 2 a.m. Like what Subway is open at 2 a.m. actually? I don't know. But
a lot of them.
Are they?
In like the city, yeah.
Okay. Well, so yeah, so I just want to like, you know, go over that because like more developments are probably going to come out in the next week. I was seeing like they're pulling together a grand jury on him.
Yeah.
He could get indicted on like some like felony stuff.
Yeah, and I guess
go to
like
jail.
In the past he's all like they might think this is like a false police report. Yet he could go to jail for
and how serious the allegations.
And he potentially, I think, already has something on his record where he got like some sort of DUI stop and he gave a different name that wasn't his. So like this, like so people were pulling that up as being like,
you've done you've done this before.
Which is like shitty. And
another thing I wanted to say too is that he brought up the whole MAGA thing and all that. This type of thing. If he's lying, if it's proven to be that he's lying, this is more fuel to for the
MAGA lovers. Yeah,
they're like, look, now which
is like another backfire situation for him, which is like
horrible.
So shitty.
It's just really horrible
because like this just continues to like enforce that sort of like rhetoric of those kinds of people. And because they're already feeling strong enough, like in such real situations to say that kind of shit to people and do that kind of shit to people, like in real situations. But like now it's like, oh, well, he cried wolf and whatever. And it's just going to give him more power. And it's just going to make it worse for the people that he was potentially trying to protect.
I think at this point, I don't even think it's a question of is he telling the truth or not. I think it's more of like, are those guys that told the story, were they paid or did they do it themselves? I think that's the question now. So that right there to me is, that's his only chance is if if those two guys are lying. Because other than that, if they have all the proof that like, dude, I got the money, we practiced this, like, what I'm saying, this is something that we rehearsed, like, it's over for him. Like, what I'm saying? Like, it's over for him. So they're going to cancel his ass and probably it's going to happen. So we'll move on to some more news. What else we got?
So Cardi B, we said last week how she like deleted her Instagram. Well, she immediately went back onto it and to promote her new song with Bruno Mars, Please Me, that came out last week. And also like her and Offset are like fully back together. He like gave her like all this stuff for Valentine's Day. So like that makes me sad because I feel like he's going to bring her down in the long run. But
I hope he learned his lesson. We'll give you one, but later on in the show we'll talk about people that haven't learned their lesson. So I mean, and what do you think about the song? What do you think about the Cardi song?
I thought it was fun. I mean, you're about to say like I expected better. Honestly, I think it's a fun song. It's like but for me, like I expected it to be like when they did Finesse. That song fucking slapped hard. Yeah. And I danced to that song. I've already started Forgotten, Please Me.
Yeah. To me, it just felt like too, like, this is going to be a radio song. And it just, it's over calculated. You know what I'm saying? And almost like not well thought out. Like, you have the formula of like the way she raps, like she's rapping on the way she raps on other popular Cardi songs. And you got Bruno Mars, who's like the biggest artist and stuff. But it just sounded like it wasn't all there. No. And when I'm like, I listened to it, I added it for the pure fact it was Cardi and Bruno. But then when I gave it a second, I can't honestly give this an ad. Like, it's like I feel like I'm going to remove this in a month after not listening to it for so long. So if you guys were expecting that to be the slapper of the week, it ain't. Let's talk about some more stuff. What else we got?
So Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom got engaged. Gave her this beautiful, huge, flower-shaped with ring with it, so it like had I think diamonds as the petals and a ruby in the center. People were saying that it looks similar to his ex Miranda Kerr, she's Victoria's Secret model, like her ring, but hers is all diamonds and it's sort of a similar shape but not even the same. And it's like, people, do we have like we care so much about rings of celebrities, like what they get.
Hey, did you ever think like you remember when Katy Perry was huge?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, huge as in, like, she was, like, the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Like, when Roar came out, it was, like, probably, like, the top of her, like, When
she performed didn't she perform at Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Halftime?
Do you believe in the theory about, like, when she cut her hair, like, everyone turned on her?
Kind of.
And how do you feel about, like, a woman with short hair?
As a woman with short hair? I don't know. Like, I feel
it's
like...
It's weird, right?
It is, like, I feel like she, like, tried to shed... Like, I feel
she tried to Miley it.
She tried to Miley it, but, like... Too many years too late, I think, for her personally.
Yeah.
And also, like, she didn't come out with, like, her album sucked. The best part of Swish Swish is the Nicki part of it.
Or the Backpack Kid.
Yeah.
Actually, no, that's the
and
Backpack
all the
Kid.
Drag queens in the video, like.
I think we like different things about it, but.
But anyways, but yeah, like, so she like tried to, but then she didn't come out with like good stuff to like back up like this transformation. And then like she tried to hop, and then now she's a American Idol judge, and,
which
like,
she's doing like sketchy stuff on there too that people are not feeling.
She's being weird about like like being weird and flirty with like young boy contestants.
Like it's making me feel uncomfortable.
Like weird shit. Just like she's like trying to be edgy right now, and I'm like, you missed it.
Yeah.
Like she was edgy to begin with. Like she was a Christian artist, and then came out like as like
I kissed the girl I liked it.
And like
when that came out, everyone was like,
like California Girls like squirting shit out of like her boobs. Like, come on.
Well, I don't remember that part, but that's cool. I'm gonna check that out after. After the show.
Anyways, but
what else we got? We got the Jonas Brothers reunion.
Oh my God!
What?
There are whispers that the Jonas Brothers are getting back together, and they're all kind of teasing us with it.
Wait, hold on a second. What are they gonna? Wait, are they gonna be called the Jonas Brothers? Are they gonna be called another band name? What are they gonna be called?
They're gonna be called Jonas.
What? Nice. Okay,
so they're
I like
gonna
it. I
just
like
take
it.
off the brothers probably, but nothing has been completely confirmed yet. But like they're all acting like,
Yeah.
So when they do,
Who was
and
like
they
the
go
lead?
on tour.
Who was the lead in the band?
So technically Nick's the most talented.
No, but who was the lead back in the Jonas Brothers days?
Back in the day, Joe was kind of the lead, but if you listen to any of the songs, Nick is the lead vocalist.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, they're definitely going to put... Well, I think it's going to be interesting
I'm
now.
going to a show.
I actually would go with that one with you. But, like, you know, the combination of Joe Jonas and his dance crew, you know what I'm saying? And Nick Jonas and his solo stuff, and then the older Jonas. What if they throw the... What if they're going to throw the bonus Jonas in there.
Frankie?
They're going to throw the bonus Jonas in there. Watch it. Why would they keep him out?
I don't know. Why not?
Because he does music and stuff too, right?
Yeah, I think. I
Dude,
mean, he's like an
that would be
artist and
dope
stuff.
if they throw the bonus Jonas.
Oh my
in
God,
there.
I'd cry.
Yeah, you heard it here first. That's
I have,
prediction.
like, their-
Future Bachelor prediction.
I have their 3D concert thing on Blu-ray. I'm gonna watch it.
You would.
I got gifted it by a boy who I went on 3 dates with. He gave me that.
Wow, he
Yeah.
really knew you. So that would be cool. Maybe I'll actually check out some Jonas stuff. Let's talk about Ariana Grande.
Because we got to, because she keeps the lights on here.
Because this is Future Bachelor. Yep. Got to pay the bills.
So she this week tops the Billboard 100 with her 3 tracks. Thank You Next is the third one. First one is Seven Rings. Second one is Break Up With Your Girlfriend. I'm Bored, I believe.
You got that right. You've been saying boyfriend for so long.
I know. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But she's the first person to do that, hold those 3 top spots in the top 100 since the Beatles back in 19...
She had 1, 2, and 3?
Yeah.
You know, all right, so I was on...
In 1964.
Wow. Well, in
And
1964...
first solo act to do it.
Yeah, but the Beatles, I don't even give Ari that at all. I can't. You know what I'm saying? Because the Beatles didn't have Instagram and Twitter. Listen.
True.
No,
you're not wrong.
Listen what social media was doing.
Life. It was a whole different
Listen
time.
what social media is doing over the last week. I was seeing tweets about crazy Ariana fans like making a boycott on 7 Rings. There was boycott 7 Rings because they said go to sleep and put on mute and put Break Up With Your Girlfriend because I'm bored on repeat. So their boycott was because 7 Rings was already number 1. Thank You Next was already up there.
So they were gaming the system. Damn.
Yeah.
Stan culture is wild.
It's crazy. And
wild.
Ari was and it happened. It worked. Ari was all y'all guys, I'm just appreciating you doing this, but y'all are awesome, crazy awesome. And it worked,
That's
I guess.
crazy.
You know what I'm saying? They boycotted 7 Rings so Break Up With Your Girlfriend can go up even more. So
wow.
It's just a different world, so I'm not going to take it away from the Beatles. Ari knew what she was doing. She was fueling the fire. She had a whole year of promotion for this.
That is so interesting to think about.
Yeah. So that I just wanted to, I saw that online. Those are all tweets that she was retweeting and stuff. So tell us about this death this past week.
So Karl Lagerfeld, he was the head of the Chanel fashion house for the past bajillions of years, pretty much since Chanel herself died. Mm-hmm. He died this past week. It's his death is a little controversial because he was kind of misogynistic and fatphobic and things like that. He was very classist. He a lot of his quotes I think are funny. He's how he hated flip-flops and different things, how sweatpants was a sign of you giving up and things like that, which they're iconic in a way but funny, but also they were very telling to who he was as a person. But in general, he was a big person in the fashion industry and he died. So
well, rest in peace to him. I'm sure he did stuff in the culture, that's for sure. But that's definitely your world. I saw a bunch of people posting pictures with him and stuff. So, and Rihanna was one of them. And apparently I was seeing that it's really hard to look better than Rihanna in pictures. But he has the trophy of always looking better than Rihanna in the pictures. So that's a little thing I heard on another podcast. So, but speaking of Rihanna,
it's her 30th birthday today, the day we're recording. So she'll be a day.
She'll be 30. Okay, yeah. Wow. Well, happy birthday, Rihanna. I hope you have everything you want. She does.
She does.
Okay. Well, let's round it out with these quick hits. What do we got?
So Halsey was tweeting about how, her new album, she's going to be having a new album, but there's not a ton of like.
Okay, so I saw the Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
It wasn't that good.
That was funny to me.
No, did you really like it? Be honest. Like,
yes,
was
I
like
the women of Congress stuff. Yes, there was funny stuff to me. I didn't like their Valentine's thing that much. Their Valentine's Day song.
Yeah, I don't know. It just wasn't. I don't know. It was weird that they picked her. Like, I don't know. Her opening monologue. Like, I don't know. It always is weird to me when you don't see her acting in anything else. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then
and I wonder. So she tweeted about how she has the biggest secret that's not related to her album, and she's like, when people find out, they're gonna explode. So I'm kind of like, is she gonna get into acting? What is she gonna do? Everyone thought she was pregnant. She had to shut that down really quick.
If she was smart, she'd get into acting. I'm sure that's what this Saturday Night Live thing was. I mean, what are they promoting? Like, look at Machine Gun Kelly right now. Like, he's about to play Tommy Lee in a new Netflix original, so that's huge for him.
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of random interview videos of Machine Gun Kelly, and I'm like, do I like Machine Gun Kelly?
I like him in the sense, like,
I didn't think I did.
Yeah,
but I guess
he's made his own life, like, what I'm saying, and he's making money. And you can't take that away from him. So
he's a smart guy.
And he survived Eminem. Like, that's crazy.
Amen.
So
Anywho.
So yeah, what do you think the rumor is? You think she obviously is
I don't think she's pregnant. I think
she's been dating that dude Youngblood.
Yeah, who's like 20 and whatever. I don't think that's her biggest secret. People know
they dropped a song together with like Travis Barker, and did you like it?
I liked it.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I felt like it was just like, we're dating, let's make a song. And
I know what she did with G-Eazy, which I'm like, I don't know if this is a good thing.
But that one was good.
It was a good song.
But yeah, so
but it felt kind of similar to me actually. 11 minutes, and you and I kind of felt similar to me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. But so I wanted to talk about your yikes moment of the week. Did anything really make you go yikes?
Yes.
Okay.
Holy cannoli. So. Everybody knows that Tristan Thompson and Khloe Kardashian,
who just recently in the last year had a kid, True. And the name of the kid is True. I'm about to say we're not just agreeing with each other.
Okay.
Sorry, that's what happens when you take a long time to find the sound effects.
Anyways, he was caught cheating on her right as literally days before she gave birth.
Yeah.
And they've been pretty distant here. She gave him a second chance, but they've been distant as of late. Well, I guess when he went back to LA, because he plays for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah.
Wait
a second. This is a very suspenseful show. What did he do, me? Don't tell me.
He cheated on Khloe again.
I knew it.
He went back for Valentine's Day to spend Valentine's Day weekend with his, with Khloe and with his baby True, and literally hooked up with Jordan Woods, Kylie Jenner's best friend.
Oh my goodness.
So the memes have been crazy because everyone's been saying how how Chris is after Jordan now.
So when you found out about this, what was your first reaction? Yikes.
I was literally screaming. I was like, first of all,
this what's her name? Jordan Woods. She is kind of so Kylie went on to make her own little Keeping Up with Kardashian shows, and she's the co-host with it, right?
Yeah, well, and she has been skyrocketed to fame because of being Kylie's best friend. They have a collaborative makeup line together under Kylie's thing. She
just lost the bag.
She just lost literally everything. One of the memes is all buy one get 10 free for the Kylie Jordan line. Use promo code betrayal.
Dude, that would be hilarious. That would be good.
I'm like, should I type it in?
That's great.
But yeah, no. Well, her life, she and they were doing the side-by-side pictures where it was oh, Kris Jenner should get repo for her veneers because she used to have really shitty teeth, so she probably got her teeth paid for, got whatever. So and she's now
she got TV ready.
She's been a model in the
They had to stand her next to Kylie, so she had to be.
She's been a model in the Yeezy line.
Yeah.
She she's an Instagram model.
She could get any other baller. That's when people are just
they literally
they're greedy. They're greedy. You know what I'm saying? I can understand.
And also Tristan, I'm brother, come on.
No, dude, he's an idiot. I don't even blame him that much. Because he's just dumb. People say don't blame Khloe and stuff like that, but at some point, I know you have a kid, and
I know they're trying to co-parent.
Yeah, but you're just dumb. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, once a cheater, always a cheater. Like, yeah, it's just,
I wouldn't get
this guy is like looking at cameras cheating on you. Like, it's like, the proof is in, like, right there. Like, you know,
and like, I can just feel like Kim is probably like being like, I told you, bitch, because like,
Kim has nothing to say. Like, she's been through 4 marriages.
But Kim, like, the day that when she was like giving, like the day that Chloe was giving birth and like Tristan came in, she was like behind Tristan's back, like doing the like, and like cutting her, like doing the like slash her neck.
Yeah,
like,
he sucks. But
like sticking her tongue out at him. So.
But you know, and I mean, everyone's dumb in that situation. You know, I can't say there's like, you know, Chloe's just dumb, like, Tristan's
people
dumb.
This was
Jordan's
kind
dumb.
of a bad meme. They're like, wow, I didn't know that both Karl Lagerfeld and Jordan Woods died today. Like, I was like, fuck.
Jeez.
People are like, I mean, but like her career is ruined.
Yeah.
Like, you don't like,
I don't think it's ruined, but it's
like,
just not going to be what it was.
Kris Jenner is one of the most powerful people in like the
famous. Oh, she thinks she's going to get blackballed?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
I mean, look, China's doing it, though. China's out here getting it.
Yeah, but not as much as she was before.
Well, China has a baby, too, in the family, too, so she's got.
So Dream is in those pictures, but China isn't.
Yeah. Well, she doesn't. It doesn't matter.
These dumbass names. My God. Who allowed these people?
Well, I also heard that they just trademarked all the babies' names, like all of them.
Dream, Stormy.
When you look at a list of like their names and stuff, it's pretty kind of crazy.
Stormy.
Okay. But they have like Stormy World. They even like trademarked that for like Astro World and Stormy. But,
Stormy is such a really good
But all right,
name.
so that kind of leads us into our topic of the week, which I kind of was thinking on, and it's I have a couple stories about it and stuff, but it's really how close when you're with somebody, you have a significant other, boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, you know, husband, and you know their friends are all close and stuff. How close can you be with your significant other's friends? You know, like if you guys are really one, your friends are my friends are your friends, but it's opposite sex, and you know, it can get a little tricky.
It can get a little tricky. And my thing is like, I feel like I knew a lot of girls that would like start dating guys and then pretty much like drop all their friends and then only hang out with like their boyfriend and the boyfriend's friends, and like which could like include, you know, girls, guys, whatever. But then of course, you know, then they end up breaking up with the boyfriend and they have no friends anymore. Yeah. So it's like that. First of all, that's just a dumb move. But
yeah, I honestly, that's why I think like there's so many factors when you start dating somebody. You need to really like be able to mesh your worlds, like, you know what I'm saying? I think everything needs to be kind of like taken account of. Not that like everything has to be check, but like you have to check it out, you know what I'm saying? Be like, all right, then you start weighing out your options, like you know, I don't like this thing about this person. Well, I could live without that, you know, you know, but too many people just don't think about any of that. They're just like thinking about looks and like, do they got money? Like all that type of stuff. So, you know, when it comes to this situation, you know, when it comes with like Tristan and Chloe and Jordan.
Yeah, I mean, like Tristan and Chloe went to Jordan's birthday party.
I mean, like Chloe was literally like writing positive things about her just like 2 days before, you know, this news broke.
Yeah, because like she's like part of the family practically.
Have you ever been, honestly, have you ever been friends, or has someone been dating? Two situations. Have you ever dated someone and then I think we might have talked about it even on the last episode or something like that, but you've ever dated someone and they like, you know, you're trying to be like show them your friends and then they become interested in your friend, or I mean, you get interested in their friend? I
mean, like I said last week, how a guy I was dating like try to make moves on my friend literally 2 days after meeting her. Yeah. And we had been dating for 3 months. But I feel like I've definitely been in situations where I've become like close with like maybe my boyfriend's friends, or like I remember in like high school there was a couple of like one of my boyfriends, like his friends, I actually had a couple, like I had a crush on one of his friends before I ever started dating him. So like that was always like in the back of my mind. And then my one high school boyfriend, he all of his friends, because he joined my high school like sophomore year, all of his friends were people I've known since like my first grade and whatever. So like I had already known them and been close with them, but then like because I started dating him, I became even closer with them. Yeah. And
sometimes like I feel like people will use, you know, we're all humans, so we're attracted to the other sex, or we're attracted to other people.
We're just
you know what I'm
attracted
saying?
To people.
Yeah. So you go into it being like, you know, it's almost like you can't have it. you can't have it anymore,
forbidden fruit.
Yeah, and then there's situations where maybe like if say it's me and my friend's girl or something, and your friend is not there but you're with the girl, like it almost feels like an extension of your significant other, you know what I'm saying? You're like, my boyfriend's not here, but his best friend is here, who's like essentially like, I part of this thing. But you always hear these situations of people breaking up and then like you're like their friend hooking up with that person.
Yeah, I had a lot of guy friends like that I've known for my entire life that literally like dated within the same group of girls, and not like one girl who's like now been seriously dating one of them for like the past couple of years. She dated like 3 other people in that same friend group.
Yeah.
Before getting to him. And I'm like,
when I was younger, I probably would do stuff like that, but like now it's just too messy.
That's like too messy.
There's too many people out
still
here.
Like, and they all still hang out because they all like live in the same area, and I'm kind of like, how? They're like, I hung out with them for Blackout Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and they kind of were making like some jokes about it, but I could also tell it was like kind of weird because I'm like, this is kind of weird that like we're all hanging out with like you dated 3 of these dudes, and now you're like serious with this one. Like that's weird.
Yeah, all right. So let me tell a couple stories.
Yeah, tell some stories.
When I was in high school, there was a girl that I lost my virginity with, and we lost our virginity together.
Ooh!
But like the long years of high school, it just didn't work out. But we always like to this day we're friends. Like I'm friends with pretty much all my exes.
We know.
Yeah, except for like 1 or 2. Like what I'm saying. And as they get married, I kind of just like break off from them. If you guys want to talk, like that's fine. But yeah. So like one night we're at a party at my friend's house. My best friend, like we're all young and we're drinking and stuff, so we're all like there kind of passing out on each other and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And I think I might have fell asleep on the floor, but my friend was like next to this girl, and then they end up like making out and stuff like that, and I forgot who told me, but I found out like the next day, and I was crushed. I was like, dude, you're my best friend.
Like,
how could you?
How could you do that?
And we're kids, you know what I'm saying? I know how you could do it. She's hot, like you know what I'm saying. So it's like, yo, he shot a shot, like you know what I'm saying. I mean, it wasn't sex or anything, but like they just made out, and it crushed me. So ever since then, I've always been kind of like your best friend can do that to you, and it's not like it's a moment of weakness. It's not like they're being like malicious about it. It's just like when it comes to like when it comes to hooking up, like people are like
dating this girl.
No, I wasn't. But he knew. Like it was like,
but, like he
when
knew
you
like
and your
that
kids,
was like who you're like into. Like,
yeah, it was like what I talk about all day.
This is who I'm vying for. Like help me. Like you more expected. Like you're gonna win.
You remember how it was? Like you know what I'm saying? You had that person.
Yeah, like everyone. Yeah,
and you talked about that person all the time.
My friends still make jokes about like one of my main crushes.
Oh my god, you must
school.
have been crazy. I can't even imagine.
What is that supposed to mean?
I'm just saying you must have been like boy crazy.
Actually, I wasn't.
Really? Okay. Well, we'll see. I got to hear this story later on. But but yeah, so that happened, and obviously like. He's my best friend. It was actually a really grown up learning moment for me because like I was like, she's not my girlfriend. I get it. He told me, you know what I'm saying, and he was sorry. He's like, dude, I messed up. Like, you know what I'm saying, I shouldn't have done that, and we moved on. It just like was like, I kind of lost interest in that girl and stuff. Actually, it happened again with that same girl. I actually like. I don't know. We're not going to get into that. But yeah. But like, let's just say we were kids and like you're just kind of making out with everybody and stuff like that. Fast forward to college. There was this girl like in our group of friends that ended up dating like multiple guys, and like I was into her and she was my neighbor. So like I'm friends with these I'm friends with these other guys, and this one
leaving her house.
Yeah, I did. Like I would see them like go into the apartment, like you know what I'm saying. Like we're neighbors. I that's my friend.
Like,
You're both my friends. What's going on here? You were just here. What's going on? But
that's kind of funny.
yeah. So like I asked the kid. I'm like, do you like this girl? And he's like, no. There's nothing between us and stuff. I'm like, all right. So I proceeded to like the girl, and then another night like that happened. I was like, dude, I almost like got kicked him out of the friend group. I'm like, dude, I straight up asked you, like, are you like dating her or not? Like, don't play cool with me. Like, you're making me look stupid. Yeah. So like, I don't like you lying to me, like saying that you're not into her, and then you're just like sneaking over to her place.
Yeah.
Like,
what the hell?
So, we eventually got through that. I've always been a person to like kind of confront these things, like, straight up. So, not in like a mean way, but just be like, dude, like, be straight up. Like, I'm a friend, I thought. So, and then, I've done some shitty stuff to friends that like, just stupid, like young, like, just things I shouldn't have done. But, now...
Because you're being selfish.
Selfish. Just like you're drunk or, like you just... That's what it is. Like you kind of build up like an attraction to people. They're always around, like, if they're your roommate or something and stuff.
Like, I feel like, especially because, like, I've always been friends with a lot of guys. There's always been times where I'm like, am I attracted to them? Or is it just because, like, I've been around them? Like, my best friend, Ian, there was a period of time where, like, he thought he was like in love with me, and like I was like, do I have feelings for him? But like we both like we had to like talk it out because we're like, no, like we're just like always been there, like we're just that close. We're like brother and sister, and we're like, this is like different, like, but because we were like younger, like we thought like we needed to like be with someone at some point. We're like, should we be together? Which thank God we never did. My God.
I mean it's just kind of weird, as I grew up, like there was things that meant more to me, like especially, let's just get back to this, like your friends, significant other, when they break up, what are your feelings on that? Like, what is your feelings about when you break up with someone? What do you do? What's the right motion, or do you just don't?
I sort of have like a situation. So like one of my really good friends, Maggie, who doesn't live in Atlanta anymore,
You're name dropping, damn.
I know.
No, you don't want to tell the story. All right, wait, if you want to retract it, I'll let you do that. But
well, just because like I'm just thinking like it's. I guess I'll just say like it's been complicated before because I've been friends.
You're just being honest. You're not saying anything.
No. It's just like I just know that someone listens. But I've been friends with like, and this happened multiple situations where I become friends with my friends' boyfriends, and like or like whatever. And because like I'm hanging out with them, whatever, and then they break up, and then I might
continue,
and then it's like kind of like crossing that line of like when
like who's your friend?
Who's my friend? And it's like
it's always easier to pick the not so close friend because like you're like I already got that friend, like what I'm saying?
And I usually like I always side with my girls. I'm gonna side with them, like they're gonna be who I'm closer to. They're gonna be the ones that I'm gonna be talking to about and talking through hard shit. Like I'm not gonna be going to their boyfriends being all like, oh my God, like. So I mean but it's definitely like I've had to like be very real with myself and like realize like when I'm being inconsiderate and things.
What's funny is that like
cut off friends.
To me, so when it comes to like now, like I would say like probably like 27, 28 on. Before that, I was just a jerk. Like I was just trying to hook up with anybody that I wanted to, and if I could, I would. Yeah. And I think I grew up and I was like, I made a rule. I was like, I'm never going to hook up with one. My friends mean the world to me. They do. They just do. And they always have, but I just realized that for your friends, the true ones that you care about, you don't do things to hurt their feelings. So if they dated somebody, I'm no longer trying to go for those people. Yeah. And if for some reason it does happen, because sometimes you can't control what happens and who you like, I would probably like be like, I've told this to people before too, like, yo, I would have a conversation with you first to be like, look, is this going to be a problem? Because then at that point, you make the decision and be like, dude, like I really like her. And I would hope that we could still be friends. And if we can't, like you make the decision whether you're going to keep your friend or you're going to go for the girl. And that's like, that's just being straight up, I feel like. But I think you owe your friend that to like, because you feel stupid. You'd be like, because if you don't talk to them about it, it's like, did this happen the whole time? Like, what I'm saying? Was this why we broke up?
Yeah, like why would you, like, there's no reason for you to, like, not tell your friend that. Like, I think, like, girl code is pretty strong where, like, you really don't go for, like, someone's ex. And I feel like I've never been in, but I've had some of my best friends, like, they've had their other friends like date their ex, but like the similar things have happened where they had conversations where it was like, hey, like I really like whoever, and I know like, and usually they were like, oh yeah, I'm so over him, like I don't even care at this point, like go for it. But and like then that person would date them, whatever. I definitely like I have some Eskimo sisters that are my friends, like, but it was like we were definitely like far enough removed from
when people, or just for people that don't know, Eskimo sister, Eskimo brother means that you both hooked up with the same person. So that means, I don't know why they call it that, but that's what it means.
But we were like so far, like one of my best friends, like from school, like we were definitely like she dated like I only like hooked up with him a couple times and she then dated him for like a while. We both like, but like because we were like years removed from it or like whatever, like it wasn't really weird to us. Yeah. And it was definitely like we would talk about it, whatever, because we both knew how he would be. Like when she was dating him, like she would talk to me. Yeah. Because she knew like I understood who he was as a person.
Well, you know, like I said about like friends being the world to me. Like when I meet a girl and she has like really good friends, to me now, like I want to know why I want to feel like the friendship that she feels with them. Yeah. Like, you know, so it now turns into like they're like my sisters, like, you know what I'm saying? Or if it's a guy, like, you know, that's my homie, like, you know, they're my friend. You know, I want to make them my friends too. Yeah.
I feel like introducing like your new like boo thing of any sort of level to like your friends is always like kind of like it's a test. It's like a tricky thing. So like I feel like I don't bring around.
Oh my God, I'm gonna be honest right now. The most embarrassing thing happened. So you know, one of my best friends just moved up here in the same apartment as me. So his apartment is above mine, across from the way, so he can see my door. I can see his door from my window too.
That's right.
But like I had like a first date the other night, and like I had been hanging out with them before, and then she shows up, and I was getting the place ready, and she shows up, and I see them up there, and they're like they just realized that they're like, oh, they're signed with his first date, and I look up, and they're waving. I'm like,
knowing who you're talking about, I can just picture them being all like, hey!
They're just like, hey, through the window. I'm like, I'll explain about that later. They're like, those are my best friends. They
know everything.
And I eventually had to bring them down, like to be like introduce them because it was weird.
And that's the thing. Like, I mean, you know, I feel like you as a guy, you know, if you meet like any girl that you're dating, their friends, like they already know. They already know about you. Yeah. Like they already know about you. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like you gotta be on your game, being all like, okay, like.
I have a solid group of friends though. Like they're like good people. They know how to like make people feel comfortable and stuff like that.
I would say so.
So yeah, man, it's hard. It's hard. Some people just don't have self-control and they don't care about others and they're selfish. Like that's like the bottom line. Like Tristan Thompson.
Yeah.
He's selfish. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like, but that's why I feel like it is a little bit of Chloe's fault for like trying to like think that a person like that is going to change just because you have a kid. Like these people are famous and they can pretty much have whatever they want. You're being used, first of all. If you're a Kardashian these days, I feel like you're just being used. So it's hard to even be genuine with these type of people. Like, you know that you're going to be catapulted to
stardom.
So they just have fake people around them all day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like even people that have kids with them. That's the sad part. So
to tie up our, you know, significant other friend crossing the line thing, communication. It's key. You know, if you feel in some sort of way and you feel like someone should know, they probably should. So
and if you feel like they're not communicating with you, then that's probably a red flag. Yeah. Like, you know, that's why it's been a while for me to kind of date, because it's like I want to do it right this next time. Like, you know what I'm saying? It just has to be with the right person. I don't want to have someone that's too immature, someone that, you know, could do that to me. You know, the second someone else comes along that's better, quote unquote, like, you know.
I mean, the people always think the grass is always greener, but
always. Now I bet you Tristan and Jordan are both like thinking like, damn, that was not
green.
Worth it. Yo, that
was some brown ass grass. Yeah, that was some AstroTurf.
Wow, that sun was hitting it weird or something. But so that was a little cool discussion. I thought it was something that we would talk about. That was a good topic, I feel like. So little advice to all you guys out there, just, you know, don't do people dirty, treat people good, and just talk to people.
If you wouldn't want the same thing happening to you, think about how you're treating it.
Yeah. And most times, like I hear those stories, like that's like one of the karmiest, you know, when people like, you know, are cheating or messing people over and stuff. It usually comes back.
It's always it is always like the best friend and shit. And then that's like, that hits the hardest.
Yeah. So I just wanted to apologize to my mom about that conversation. If she's just like, yikes, I don't hear about his virginity. He's still a virgin. So now that we got that out the way, I guess we might as well talk about our slapper of the week. Yeah.
Are you going to skip all the way over Bachelor?
Oh, shoot. I just forgot. Well, all right.
Let's do a quick Bachelor.
Well, because... All right, let's do Bachelor. You know why? Because this week was the first week I didn't get to do Tipsy Talks with you, so I literally watched The Bachelor.
We were watching it before. But anyways, in Denver.
Okay.
And it starts off with Ben Higgins, the love of my life, who is currently dating someone, and I'm really upset about it, giving Colton some actually good advice.
Do we know who that girl is?
I have no idea.
Okay. He's keeping it private at the moment?
Some chick he like slid into her DMs. I didn't get to read the full story. So DM sites, they work.
Yeah, that was Friday for me. So
there you go. But so they walk up, all the girls walk up, they meet some dog that's supposed to be Colton's dog, but it looks like a different dog than from last season, so I don't know. And he picks Taisha, however we say her name, we don't know, to go on the first one-on-one with him. And they go and they get ice cream.
I'm not gonna lie, she lost a little points with me. She lost a couple points with me. Why is she talking about other girls?
Because she talked about she had other girls' names in her mouth on her date, and like she like asked.
She started a chain reaction that sends a couple girls home. I feel like.
She started what was the main drama, saying that Cassie and Kaylin don't seem ready to be engaged. We're giving off vibes, or we're saying things supposedly.
Well, we know that Cassie
Katie
was on another reality show before this with her boyfriend.
But like we as an audience of The Bachelor, like watching it, if we didn't have any source of other news, don't know that.
Okay.
But
so,
we, as informed people,
as people that have a Bachelor podcast, that I almost skipped over that part. Sorry, guys.
But anyways, she like did what is probably every high school boy's dream. Taisha did, and wore his jersey and made out with him in bed. So like every high school boy in the world was just like,
she might have lost points with me, but she gained points with Colton. That's for sure.
And then Caitlin had the second one-on-one date, and they went snowboarding. And
still think she's so pretty.
She's so hot, and like it was cute. And then like she cried a lot because Colton brought up the whole like, yo, that's what Taisha said.
This was probably my most interested part of the episode because I've put myself in that scenario. Because like, you know, when I heard it, I was like, oh shoot, like, do they talk to you about being the Bachelorette before you go on the show? Like, do they like hype you up? Like, you know, if things don't work out, you feel like you could potentially be the Bachelorette? Do they talk about that stuff?
I don't think the producers tell them shit. Like, I don't think that's what they.
So what do you think that conversation came around? Her like, all right, so let's talk about it a little bit. So Colton came to her and was like, you know,
Taisha
said that you
guys are like acting like you're not serious, or that you're just trying to be the next
after this.
Yeah, you just want to be the next Bachelorette.
So what was that stemming off of? What conversation?
Whatever. I don't know what. I guess that was like Taisha saying what Katie told her. So this is like where it gets like blurry, because like there's actually no like solidified facts of like who said what, if anything was ever said. But like I feel like these girls, even though they act like they don't understand how this show works, they all know. They've been watching it. Like they've been watching.
Well, I'm just wondering. Like I feel like two girls got through like pretty hard things and got the rose into hometowns, but like it would be really hard. Like I would have to tell the whole story. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I would have to go in and be like, you know, I just saw Rachel Lindsay on The Bachelor and I was a fan of the show, and I thought it would be funny if I said I would be the first brown bachelor. So I started a podcast called Future Bachelor, and that inspired me to actually go on the show and look for love, because I wasn't really finding it out here. And now I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I'm just being honest. Like, I'm sure you watched the show too. Like, you know, and wanted to be on it. Like,
especially at this point in the game. Like,
do you think that would pass? Do you think I'd get a rose?
I don't know. It'd be tough. It'd be tough because it'd be like, well, is he not actually feeling things?
I might have to start doing 2-a-days so I could just be like, yo, so is it gonna?
But I mean, Kaylin gets her rose at the end of her one-on-one date, so she's fine. She's safe. She, you know, convinced him that she, like, everything that was being said about her was a lie.
What about that next one-on-one?
With Alabama Hannah. So, first of all, Alabama Hannah, her wardrobe is always whack, but this episode was especially whack. When they all met up with Colton at the beginning for this day date, potentially any one of them could have been on, she was wearing this see-through mesh shirt with just like a bralette under it. I was like, girl, this is a night shirt. This is a night shirt.
Yeah. This is a night shirt.
And then she got to meet on this one-on-one date. She got to meet his fucking family, and she was wearing a crop top. Yeah. I'm like, girl, this is a very Christian family. This is not the move.
And she's like a girl that she can't really hide her like emotions, because she like projects it on her face.
Yeah, she's like
that awkward moment in the car where she's like, "Are you okay with Colton?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm fine." And she was just kind of like looking out.
She's like, "What the fuck?"
Yikes.
Well, and like she like pretty much admitted to the family how she's like, "I'm falling in love with Colton. I'm in love with him." And they're all like, "Okay." And like pretty much his dad, I think, was all like, "So like, what are your thoughts?" And Colton kept being all like, "Well, there are these other women." And we're like, "We get it, Colton."
His dad gave him solid advice. He's like, "Don't listen to anybody else's. Just trust your gut, dude."
His dad is kind of a zaddy.
Yo, and Colton was like, getting on my last nerve this episode. He's like, I don't know what to do.
I don't know. It's so hard being liked by so many beautiful women.
Colton.
Whatever.
I hate you.
But anyways, Alabama Hannah gets sent home wearing this like Princess Peach-esque dress.
Yep. Hold on. This is the only video game noise I got.
Fatality.
But it works because she went home. So yeah, she did look like Princess Peach. So I mean, what do we get left off with? We get with four girls. Kirpa goes home because
Kirpa tries.
Cardinal rule number 1: don't talk about other girls.
She tried to stir more of the pot with this whole Kaylin Cassie not being there for the right reasons kind of bullshit.
She gets choo-chooed out of there.
Heather, who has been kissed now.
Oh, the one girl, yeah.
Choo-choos herself out of there because they had this weird train taking them to and from this date. And, like, because she's like, I can't take you home. But it's like, he probably didn't like you that much anyways.
I was thinking that they were going to, like, prep her up to be the next Bachelorette. But I don't think she has enough personality
No, she doesn't.
But she is a virgin, so.
But then, so Kaylin, when it's just Kirpa after, like, Hannah G gets the rose, because duh. It's just Kirpa and Cassie sitting there being like, who's going to get this final rose on this date? And who's going to get to go to the hometowns? Kaylin walks in, goes upstairs, talks to Colton. I guess, like, set him straight, being all like, whatever Kirpa's saying is a lie, and kissed him a couple times probably.
Did I not say it right before that though? What did I say?
You're like, the only person that could like convince him otherwise is Kaylin.
And then did you know when I said that was gonna happen?
Well,
or did you know that?
Yeah, because I watched it.
Okay, I know, but did you know that I like predicted like that happening like 5 minutes later?
I guess I didn't like put it into that kind of context, but then when you said it, I was like, shit.
Yeah, dude, the only person that could go in there and do that is Kaylin because she's hot and she already had the rose. This girl wants to play the game.
And she also like already convinced him, so like she could convince him
Oh, she
again.
said the word babies. Like, he's like, yo, I can have babies with you? Let's get the show over with. That's what I saw in his eyes. He was so happy.
He was like, ah.
So he was like,
he's like, shit. He's like, yeah, this is more than a half chub. Yeah, he's like, this is more than a half chub.
Yeah, it's not the only time they need an extra pair of pants on that episode because the girl had poop on her pants at the end.
It wasn't poop. It was chocolate ice cream.
Okay, whatever. But, so yeah, so now we got four girls' hometowns.
We've got Hannah G. We've got Kaylin.
Who's going to win?
We've got Tasha, and
it's going to come down to Kaylin and Tasha.
And we've got, who's the fourth?
The girl from the reality show.
Oh, Cassie. Duh.
Yeah. So she's hot. She'll probably go home next episode, though. Yeah.
Probably.
It's going to come down to the blonde, the other blonde, and the black
Hannah
girl,
G.
and Kaylin. So.
Yeah. Okay. Right here first.
So that's where we're here, and I'm predicting Kaylin's winning. She's going all the way.
I mean, I did for my brackets, so I hope to damn sure she is.
You picked her?
Yeah.
Nice. I bet everyone's winning. But I am interested to see Colton with the black family next week.
I think Tasha's
I already
dad
gave him points for him like really being into a black girl. Wasn't expecting all that.
But I think the dad is not gonna like him.
Well, he's like, dude, come on. But I mean, she was previously married, so it's like I'm sure he does have reservations. He doesn't want this to be another joke. So, now I guess we can get in our slapper of the week,
that we
right?
can, yeah.
All right, cool. Our slapper of the week. This is a song that I heard like probably a year ago. And it was just by this artist named Morgan. He spells it like Morgan, except the A at the end is an X. So it's Morgan.
Gotta be edgy.
One of those like stupid names.
Gotta be edgy.
But it works. Lowercase and X.
All lowercase?
But recently I've been seeing all these people like talking about Walk the Moon. And
I love Walk the Moon.
I'm not a huge Walk the Moon fan, but I've been seeing a lot of people really loving Walk the Moon. So then apparently everyone's saying Walk the Moon around me for the last week or something. An ad came up for this song that I'm like, why are they promoting this song like it's new?
FBI guys.
Yeah. Well, they ended up putting Walk the Moon on this song, so it's a different version.
Smart for them.
Yeah, it is. Well, it's Morgan. I think it's just one person. It's an artist. So Walk the Moon, I think, is just an artist too, right?
No, they're the group.
They're a group because it looked like it was just one guy singing.
It's like, he's like the main singer, but like.
Yeah, I didn't see a band. That's why it was just this guy and Morgan. So, if there's more people to Walk the Moon, I don't know. I'm sorry, but nowadays they be doing these things where like it sounds like it's a band, but it's actually just one person producing or something like that.
Think about like how Panic at the Disco. You only think of Brendan Urie.
No, I'm thinking more like what's it called? Francis and the Light.
Oh yeah.
Saying that sounds like a band, but that's one person.
Marina and the Diamonds.
Yeah. So
Florence and the Machine.
Yeah, that's a band, or it's just one person.
It's just Florence.
Yeah, exactly. So these people are crazy. How am I supposed to know if it's a band or a person? Like, yeah, it's a bunch of X's. Lowercase.
Anyways, let's play the song.
All right, let's just get into it. This song's called "Home," where I am right now, and it's by Morgan and Walk the Moon. Let's go.
Woo! This beat.
Slapper of the Week.
This song slaps.
Yo, guys, Slapper of the Week, Home by morgxn, featuring Walk the Moon.
Coincidence that this is our slapper.
Why?
morgxn is currently in Atlanta playing at the Masquerade tonight with Robert DeLong.
Really?
Literally.
Tonight? Whoa, you just made me push the cash register noise.
Today's the 20th.
That's crazy. What?
Whoa.
That's
the
insane.
universe.
That is weird. I'm telling you.
I know because I just like typed him up and I saw his like tweeter. His last tweet was like being like, "Come on ATL, like whatever shows, like only 8 tickets left." And I was like, "When is he playing?" And then I was like, "Tonight."
That's weird, dude. That's what my life is about. A bunch of coincidences.
Wow.
So
crazy.
I did my shout outs at the top of the show. What do you got?
I wanted to shout out my girl Kendall Malkin
Hey,
because
Kendall!
she's checking out our videos on YouTube because she's deaf, and so like she's gonna see how these work for her. So that's gonna be awesome.
Dope.
And I wanted to shout out my friend Adam, who is friends with our buddy Shraggy.
Adam, what's up?
And because he wants to be on the show sometime, and I said, brother, you gotta subscribe and listen to at least 2 full episodes.
Rate and review. If you think you're gonna be on the show, you gotta rate and review. Subscribe.
And he's there, so like I hope he listens to
Follows
this
on
episode.
Instagram?
And
Okay.
I better.
There's a couple checks.
There's a couple checks. I'm gonna like personally just like send him.
Well, we've been talking about getting more guests on here, so we'll see.
But you gotta earn it. You gotta earn being.
We're gonna start a list. We're gonna start a list because I definitely want like to get more people in here, like at least once a month or something. Just switch it up. That's what's up. Well, shout out to those people. We've been getting a lot of stickers, people like taking stickers and stuff like that and taking pictures of it. So I really appreciate everyone letting us know. Some of these I'm like, I don't even know if I put that one up. Like, I know. So shout
some
out
of
to you
them
guys.
like I think we put them up, maybe.
I don't know. Like they're in places sometimes I've never been to, so I'm like, whoa. Like if they're usually in like the toilet seat, that's like what I do.
That's you, yeah.
That's me because I feel like no one's gonna go scratch it off the toilet seat. The fact that I'm even putting it on there is gross.
I know. I put mine like in the stall.
Do it for the brand. Get it, brand. Anyways, it's a bad joke.
It's a bad joke.
Everyone loves their own brand.
I do.
Anyways, all right. Well, episode 48. Guys, I can't believe it. 50 is almost here.
We're getting close.
So close. This has been the longest though. Like I swear, like I'm like, damn, it's only 48.
Remember when? I feel like
they were going by so
when
fast.
When we like the 20, 30, 40, it's like, whoa.
Yeah, but now it's like I just want to get to 50. So I just want to get to 50.
Okay, I'm gonna get us like those like over the hill stuff for our 50th episode.
I
swear to God.
That'd be so funny. So yeah, guys, we're about to be over the hill here soon. So catch us before we get too old.
Hey.
Yeah, guys, I really appreciate y'all. I'm like really tired today, so we made it through the show.
We did it.
That. Once again, shout out to everybody watching us on YouTube. Full episodes there. That's not stopping anytime soon. We figured out what we did, and they're not getting taken down. And the only difference is we cut out the music from the episodes on YouTube.
YouTube.
Yeah. And honestly, I was gonna keep us in there dancing to like the microphone version.
Then it gets a little weird.
It is weird. Like we're just like too into the songs. So I was like, I was watching it. It's like I don't even want to watch us do this. So you're just gonna get the Future Bachelor without the music, but it's for us anyways.
The music's linked or like you in the show.
Oh yeah, it's all in there. So
and like follow our playlist on whatchamacallit?
On Spotify. That's continuing to go. If you're looking for just like a playlist to play at your party and you just want a mix of like old songs and new songs, like it's all the songs I approve. Maybe a couple sprinkled in there that I don't know. That's Veronica snuck in. But yeah, listen to us on Spotify. We're everywhere. So thank you all for listening. We love you. Yeah. This has been episode 48 of Future Bachelor. My name is Sai.
I'm Veronica.
And we'll see you next week. All right. Deuces.
Bye.
Future Bachelor Podcast.